shit, I just realized I need to comb my hair. I don't even know if if it's even working right now. Hang on. Let me move this mic. My hair never looks great, but now I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. It's funny. I checked back on some older reaction videos that oh shit, I just noticed I need to change the chat on OBS so I can see it. So, to YouTube here. Exit that. Still need to learn how to set everything up. Oh, hi, Rift. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. I'm going to click on pop out chat, copy and paste the URL into OBS. See it properly on here. Box URL paste. There we go. Now I can properly see it in the OBS window. So let's see. The mic. Wait. Oh, that's weird. The microphone isn't even. Oh, okay. This isn't. Properties. Alright, testing. There we go. Now the microphone actually works. It's so weird. Whenever I turn on OBS, welcome to the stream, Rift. Thanks for watching. So, alright. It says I have 5 concurrent viewers. Okay. So, I'm still deciding exactly what game to play. Because yesterday Mo came over and he brought his PS4 and we streamed directly from the PS4 because I don't have any room here because I would need to bring in another table to set the console on, and I don't even have any capture cards yet. But so still trying to, of course, I'm an amateur at streaming at best, but I didn't want to name a stream after one specific game because I might try one out for a little bit and then switch on to something later, or I might decide to stop playing and just chat with anybody watching. So let me see here. Oh wow, 8 concurrent viewers. This is great. Alright, welcome guys. So I'm going to check my decide. Oh, well, Steam has to update. All right. So we have to wait for Steam to update. I'm also wondering if it has about streaming what the right time of day to stream would be. Oh wow, it's Steam's 20th anniversary. So there's one game that I've wanted to try out. Oh god, the allergies. Oh, there's one stream or one game I wanted to try out, and that was Alan Wake. Because I know Alan Wake 2 is coming out, and I never played the first one, and I don't even know if I would be able to finish the first one before the second one comes out. Let's see. Okay, so this is on my Western Digital drive. Because then I also had NBA 2K22, which I know nobody really ever plays the PC version of the game. Alright, hang on, I need to open the chat. Oh, okay, a lot more people here. Bill Escher says, do you still meditate? Yes, I do still meditate. Try Unified Mindfulness. It's a free program. Dame says, bro, I just wanted to say that I hope you're doing better. Yeah, I do feel a lot better. Those videos you made felt like some of my thoughts were being put out there, and I finally felt heard out. Thanks. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. Bill Usher also says, if you... And by the way, guys, so I have my camera up here on my second monitor, so I'm not like trying to be like Beavis and Butthead or be like Beavis on purpose looking over to the side like this, because where I'm looking at right now is my laptop, and over here is my second monitor, so just wanted to put that out there. Bill Usher says, if you still have anxiety, look up the symptoms of low... Okay, if you still have anxiety, look up the symptoms of low testosterone or low vitamin D. You know, I've heard of that, having low testosterone or low vitamin D. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have one of those or both of them. But yes, I have heard that they can naturally cause depression. Jericho is saying, have you played Starfield? No, I have not played Starfield, and I don't know when I would be able to play Starfield. I don't think my laptop could handle it. I don't have the money to buy an Xbox Series, even the cheaper Series S, but, you know, I've heard good things about it, and... You know, I like Bethesda, but I wouldn't say I'm an ultra mega super fan of theirs. But you know, I like them as a I like the games that they make. The only Bethesda game I really played was Fallout 4. I think I actually used to live stream myself playing Fallout 4 back when I would get less than 10 views on a live stream in 2015. You might want to check that out if you're interested. Brandon Hunt is saying, how are you doing? I am doing pretty good. You know, it's so funny. I was feeling extremely lazy, and I was thinking, you know what, today I'm not going to live stream. That was my initial thoughts before doing this. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. It's so funny because I always have the mindset as a guy that nobody watches my videos. That's how it was like for so many years when I was doing YouTube, and then all of a sudden that video of me talking about never having a girlfriend just blew up all of a sudden up to 300,000 views, which still feels so surreal to me. And now all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of comments and I'm getting way more views per video than I ever would have imagined. So thank you guys very much. It means the world to me, and I am not going to take that for granted. So, Bestia says, hey, hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. It's like once I see that there's actually people watching that give enough of a fuck to want to type something on their keyboard while I'm doing the live stream, it's still such a surreal feeling, but it feels good. It's motivating me to keep doing what I'm doing here, because YouTube, since I was 14 years old, I have always wanted to be on YouTube. I've always wanted to do YouTube for a living, and now, thanks so much to all the support from you guys, I'm finally getting one step closer to that becoming a reality. So, let's see here. A gaming guitarist says, my guy keeping the streaming streak going. Nice to see it. Let's see here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Datanac says, bro, the amount of potential is crazy. Invest in a good haircut. Trust me. So, there's something with me and hair where I used to have... Whoops, I noticed my microphone was peaking. I think I need to lower the decibels on that just a little bit. Okay, so I used to have really long hair, and I was actually in the process of growing it back out because, you know, I guess it just comes from me being a guitar player and growing up watching all the guys from the 80s and 90s, and everyone had long hair, so I always wanted to be a guy with long hair, and I did have it. Like, if you go back to my way older videos from around 2013 until 2017, when I really had short hair as an adult for the first time, you could see what it was like when I had long hair, and I want to grow it out because I grew it out. I was in the process of regrowing it because, because I've noticed that I'm not balding like the past amount of times when I've had haircuts. Everyone told me, you are not balding, your hair is just has a very fine texture to it. And I know that it got this way because of the extreme stress that I went through with, being homeless for 4 months and then having a fucking $500 every 2-week car note, which, it's probably a blessing in disguise now. Let's see. Okay, other comments. Beavis and Butthead is goated. Yes, I'm so happy Beavis and Butthead are back. I have not seen the second season. Go ahead. Brandon Hunt is asking, have you ever thought about joining the military? I mean, it's not for me, but I have so much love and respect for everyone that is serving and anybody that wants to serve in the military. Anyone that's in the military, thank you for your service. It means a lot. I appreciate that. But for me, it's just not anything that I would be considering. Datamax says, what is your favorite sport? Well, if you've seen my previous gaming videos, my favorite... Oh, sorry, blanked out there for a second. My favorite sport is basketball. I love basketball. That is really the only sport I really follow. And so, I don't know anybody in real life I can play basketball with. And of course, I don't have my car anymore. Can't afford Uber rides all the time back and forth now to go to the park to just do the bare minimum practice free throws. But I love basketball. That is my number one sport. I'm excited for the new NBA season, and of course, being a guy from Houston, I'm really curious what the new additions to the Rockets are going to look like, because now they've got the guy that I always hated seeing, because the guy pisses me off with the way he fucking keeps kicking people during games. I hope that he could calm down his antics. Of course, if you probably already know I'm talking about Dylan Brooks, I'm curious to see what he can do for the Rockets. I just hope he calms the hell down and just focuses on just playing basketball and cutting out all the extra bullshit that he was doing with the Grizzlies. I'm really curious to see what him and Fred VanVleet are going to be like, with him moving on to being on the Rockets now, seeing how he's going to be like with Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. Curious about that. A gaming guitarist says, I feel like I'm one of the only people... Oh, yeah. A gaming guitarist says, I feel like I'm one of the only people that has never played Skyrim. You are not alone. I have also never played Skyrim. It just feels like too much. And that's honestly the thing, that's been my experience. That's been my experience with... Actually, you know what? I think I need to adjust the microphone just a little bit. Okay, there we go. The angle was wrong on it. I think I finally fixed it. Maybe this sounds better. Let me know. So he says, I feel like I'm one of the... Yes, that's right. So yeah, I have never played Skyrim. Because I remember when it was out, when Skyrim first came out in 2011. 2011, by the way, that probably is one of the greatest years ever in gaming history. It just has to be. I'm starting to wonder if I need to adjust the camera at all. Give me 1 second. So, hang on. It feels like I need to be, facing up. How's this? Okay, no, that's worse. That's worse. Let me try this now. Okay, I think this looks a lot better. Or did it even move at all? I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. Yep. So at that time in 2011, when I was playing Skyrim, I loved it. I mean, sorry, fuck. Oh god, my brain is getting all scrambled. See. This is the problem with... okay, my brain is starting to go all over the place now. I was talking about Bethesda never playing Skyrim. So, with Skyrim, I would watch other people play it. And by the way, I want to give a shout out, and I'm sure he doesn't need my shout out, but I want to just give a special shout out to Fraser from Video Games Awesome. I don't know if you've ever watched him before, but he is like one of my biggest influences. Like watching him and Becky, and back in the days when he used to have when he was still living in Canada, when he would have his friends Ben and Deacon and Kyle over. Those are some of the most entertaining people I have ever watched. Like his YouTube channel name is called Far From Subtle. I highly 1,000,000,000% recommend watching him. He's back to a more traditional setup now, but he used to have a green screen where you would watch the game on one corner, and then you would see the full couch, and then you would see his chat room on the bottom. It was a very interesting setup, and he was doing that back in like 2011. He's one of my favorite people ever. So, let's see here. Later, yeah, I just never cared about RPGs at that time, but then I've noticed lots of games now are starting to be a lot more are getting more and more RPG elements into them. Cause the biggest thing I could notice was in God of War, or the one in 2018. It was interesting seeing God of War where you had some elements where you had like different armor for Kratos and all of that sort of stuff. But Jericho says, you touched a lot of people with that video. Don't know whether to laugh or cry at that fact. Yeah, I mean, that video was simply, I had no idea 300,000 people would watch that video, because I was just pissed off at the world at that time. I wasn't exactly thinking about that, but I just wanted to talk about how depressed I felt at that moment, but then it just morphed into me remembering stories about the girl I used to like, the only girl that really hung out with me, and all of that shit. I'm not going to get into that because I already said all my piece with that in that video. Okay, a gaming guitarist says, your voice is a little echoey. I wonder if like making this adjustment to the mic helped it a little bit. I'm not sure. Let's see. Jericho says, YouTube is the aspiration of every 14-year-old. Yeah, because, as I was born in 1994, I'm 29, and yeah, I feel like, because I'm a part of the millennials, it feels like the millennials, we saw the transition of everything going from Jesus, I just noticed I'm wearing the same exact shirt that I wore in the previous live stream. Whatever. How was I talking about? Oh yeah, where it felt like the millennials we were the last generation to see things go from where we saw the internet take over everything. So we got to see VHS to DVD, and then Blu-rays, and then Netflix came over and changed everything. Then I remember still being cassette tapes, and then there were CDs, and then I remember Netflix. What am I saying? CDs, DVDs, yes, and then Netflix took over that, and then I remember there being CDs, cassettes, then CDs, and then Spotify, and then the iPod came out. I remember being very happy when I got my first iPod Nano, 2007, 7th grade. It was a great birthday. Getting the iTunes store, and I remember thinking, oh my God, this iPod is amazing. I don't need to carry my CD player around anymore. Holy crap, this is the future. But it was already pretty standard at that time. And then Spotify came and then took over everything. And now I still remember with video games, getting the Nintendo 64 cartridges, and then I went from that, and then we used discs on the GameCube, the PS2, the Xbox, and it's so funny how video games feel like the only thing where people still care about using discs, but then PC gamers haven't cared about discs in several years. Alright. Zach Creator says, what up? Good to see you, Zach. Thanks for coming to the stream. Also, just doing it for fun helps. That's right. Because when I decided to just do my first live stream, or I guess my first real serious attempt at a live stream, I was not expecting that many people to be there. And so now it feels like I actually have an audience, and that makes me so happy. And if the 14-year-old version of me knew that, he would be flipping out. Flipping out in a good way. Bestia says, so yeah, that's right. Just doing it for fun, not thinking too much about it. Because I wasn't thinking too much about it. I just thought, now that I'm going to be stuck at home all the time, might as well take advantage of that opportunity and try coming back to YouTube. Let's see, Bestia says, long hair would look cool. I mean, I did used to have long hair before. You can just go back to my channel. Just go back from my videos from the years 2013 all the way up until 2017. You could see, I guess, me at my prime with my prime long hair. Zach Creator says, I've been growing my hair out for 4 years and 5 months. Holy shit. So yeah, I remember not getting a haircut from 2012 until 2016. And so I always had it long, but it was almost down to my ass around December 2015. I distinctly remember that because that's when Star Wars The Force Awakens came out. That was one of the best theater experiences ever. Anthony says, did you ever finish high school and go to college? So, yes, I did finish high school. Graduated 2013, and holy shit, it still feels so weird that it's been 10 years ago. Because there's days when it feels like yesterday, and there's other days when I sit and think about it, and I feel, oh wow, it really has been 10 years. And college, so I went to the Art Institute of Houston to study audio production for 8 months, but honestly, it was just a big giant ripoff. The tuition was $80,000, and at the time, when my mom was still okay, she was having a hard time paying for it, and so I just felt like the teachers didn't care enough, and so it's like, why the fuck am I still here? Because I could, and then that's what I very quickly learned. I care more about playing. I wanted to focus more on playing the music than just being the guy only producing it, if that made any sense. So, yeah, I was only there for 8 months, so that was from, August 2013, and then I remember this. I left around April 2014, and that was, right around when Captain America: The Winter Soldier came out. Anthony says, love you, by the way. Oh, thanks. Zach Creator says, you can teach Shaq some free Yeah, it's so funny, because I don't know, Zach, maybe you were there when me and Mo were live streaming yesterday, but, yeah, you were there when we were live streaming yesterday, me and Mo, I think you were there, but I made a free throw with Shaq. I couldn't fucking believe it. MrGamingGuitarist says, you are from Houston. I'm from San Antonio. The similarities continue. Oh, man. Okay, so MrGamingGuitarist, if you are a basketball fan, you must be shitting yourself excited about Victor Wembanyama. Because, that having Victor Wembanyama coming to the Spurs, it honestly just, of course, we don't know. I'm not a psychic. I can't predict the future. But I just get a feeling he's going to be like the new Tim Duncan for the Spurs, where he's going to be the number one guy there for a long time. Or at least that's my feeling. I could be completely wrong. I mean, this is why I'm not on ESPN doing analysis. But, the highlights from Victor Wembanyama are like that I would watch before, like when he did that G League game versus Scoot Henderson. That blew my fucking mind. So yeah, he's definitely the most exciting rookie in ages. Let's see. Beyond Sane says, you should play some Baldur's Gate 3 or Armored Core, Fires of Rubicon. Ooh. Oh, it's funny because I don't know if Baldur's Gate 3 is on PS5 or not, because that's like the most up-to-date thing I have, and I don't even technically have it right now because my PS5 is stuck in the pawn shop because I'm so broke. Back in March when I had that car accident, I had to put that car, I had to put my PS5 in the pawn shop just so I could afford to pay rent for that time. And I still don't have it. So, let's see here. Oh, sorry. Armored Core 6. You know, the only From Software game that I ever played was Bloodborne. And this was back when I don't know if GameFly is still in business or if they still exist, but GameFly was this amazing thing where you could rent games from them, and like what Netflix used to do with DVDs. You could rent games in the mail. They would just send you the disc for like, I think at the time it was like $15 every month, and you could just rent one game and you could keep it as long as you wanted. And then you would just send the game back, and then get the other one on your list. I hope they're still in business. Honestly, GameFly kind of sounds like a good deal right now. I hope that they still have PS5 games and stuff, or current generation games, because GameFly is an amazing service. Or because I was a GameFly customer from 2006. All the way up until 2018. Like, I went through the PS2, the GameCube, the Wii, the Xbox 360, the PS4. I went through all those systems, all while still renting games from GameFly, being a member with them. Let's see. James Fever says, did that girl see that video? I have no idea if that girl ever saw that video, because, you know, there was a couple of times where on Facebook, because, I guess we're friends on Facebook, but, you know, I tried to send her a text message on Facebook Messenger maybe 2 years, I don't know, like, you know, after she said she never wanted to see me again. But, you know, I got no response, so I don't know. I'm just learning to let things like that go and don't waste my energy towards someone who doesn't want to remain in touch, remain in contact, so it's fine. Because I'm learning, and that's the amazing thing, you know, about live streaming, seeing all of you guys chatting, typing things in the chat, is it gives me more and more motivation, and I hope you can see my confidence is growing, because I used to have confidence, and I can feel it coming back now, but I used to have confidence because, honestly, even though now, like, my social skills have declined so much, I've learned my social skills declined so much because I haven't been on YouTube in so very long, like keeping it consistent, or consistently uploading or streaming or doing any of this stuff. But now it's like once I got my mojo back, or it felt like it, September 9th when I did that first live stream, it's like I could feel how do you say it? I don't know a term for it, but feels like I could feel my essence coming back. I could feel my life force coming back almost like if Superman was hidden from the sun for several years, then he finally felt the sun again. Whereas for me, the sun for me is being on YouTube, making videos. Or streaming now. You could add that to that list. AGG says, besides the Philippines, have you traveled to any other countries? The only other country I've been to is Mexico, and because me and my family went on a cruise when I was 11, and we went to Cozumel and Belize. And I remember having a good time, but I don't really remember too much about it. But I remember having a good time. Let's see. Inam Khan says, brother, love for Pakistan. Thank you so much. Hey, got fans from Pakistan. That's awesome. My friend Mo, he is part Pakistani. Tan Guy Payette says, what's up, man? Much love from Reunion Island, brother. Wow. Where is Reunion Island at? But hey, it's nice to know that I'm getting viewers from everywhere. That's amazing. Wow, I'm having a hard time pronouncing this. I'm gonna butcher this, and I apologize in advance. Thinuka Wijerathin. Sorry. He says, "Hey, bro, good to see you. I thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it." Cryptosporidium1 says, hey, I saw your M27 and never had a girlfriend video in my recommendation. Okay, saw that you were streaming after I finished it and wanted to see how you've improved since the video was originally posted. Well, I hope you can see that right now where I am, like how I'm speaking right now. This is the real me, where I just enjoy the things I love. The best way I describe myself to anyone is I'm kind of like an ESPN commentator for video games, movies, TV shows, music, and basketball. But I haven't been watching any gaming news for so long, because the whole time I did not have my laptop. I just haven't been keeping up with it or doing anything. So, it feels good to be back to feeling like me again. Oshiba88 says, opinion on Max Hardcore. He was a great American patriot. I have no idea who Max Hardcore is. G-Monk says, man, you seem like the most genuine person, I swear. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Well, that's just simply because I don't play anything up, because when I make any of my videos, whatever emotions I'm feeling, how I am at the time, whatever my mood is, whatever my demeanor is like, whatever my speech patterns are like, that's just how I am at the moment, and I don't like to hide anything. And, some people might... Oh, shit. Brandon Smith says, your audio is echoing. Oh, shit. How do I fix that? Hang on. Shit. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, boy. Hey, okay, Dandon, I don't know if you're available right now. And if you guys don't know Dandon, I had him on the live stream, or I had him on a live stream from before. You'll hop? Okay, sure. Yeah, because, okay, I just wanted to finish what I was saying before, but, Okay, hang on, guys. I gotta talk to Dandon. It's so funny because I thought I would just start the stream button and then just start playing a game, but seeing so many people on the chat room, it's very heartwarming, and I still can't thank you guys enough. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you want, I just pulled your live stream up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to show me your OBS because it is echoing? Let me double check it real quick though.
Okay. All right, guys. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Everyone watching. So hang on. Yeah, we gotta go to. All right, go over here, and then let's see. I have to share my screen with you, and then screen.
Yeah, it's just your mic that's echoing. Like I listen to myself on your stream, and that sounds fine. Hello, chat. Let me see if maybe.
All right, hang on. Let me minimize this. Okay, so where do you need me to go on OBS?
Do you have two microphones on by chance? Maybe that's why it's
I don't think I do, because the only things oh, son of a bitch, that's what it was this entire time.
Yeah, the two mics on, because I know you plugged in your Yeti. So yeah, that's where the echoing's coming from. Let me double check it real quick for you on your stream.
Sure.
And you should be good. 1 second here.
Sure. So hey, guys. Yeah. So hey, say hi to Dandon. Let me know if you guys can hear him or not. Okay. A gaming guitarist says it is fixed now. All right, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I just checked it on my end, and yep, it sounds all good. It's not echoing for you anymore, my man.
All right. Yeah. Are you planning to stick around for a little bit? Are you busy?
No, I'm not busy. If you want me to chat and chill out, I'm just watching the stream.
Sure.
I
all right.
Had a long day.
Yeah. So guys, this is I've got Dandon that I'm talking to right now. He's a friend of mine. It's so funny because he helped me a lot with the OBS studio settings and all of this stuff because he is a Twitch streamer and he just happened to be in the chat. So yeah, make sure you guys. So now you will be talking to both me and him. So let's see. Zach Creator 14 says favorite song / album / artist. Okay, that is like asking a parent what their favorite child is. But for me, my favorite, I just have to say, I don't. I wouldn't know if I would. I mean, it's so hard, but there's just people, bands I have to mention. So for me, I mean, I'm sure you can. Hang on, I'm gonna pull something out of my pocket, and don't worry, it's nothing, scary. But look at this. If you are into guitar playing, this paint scheme should be extremely recognizable. I bought Eddie Van Halen's guitar picks, like his signature picks, because Eddie Van Halen is the reason why I play guitar. Van Halen is, without a doubt, the #1 most influential band for me as a musician. I love Van Halen. I love Eddie so much, and I'm actually thinking about doing a reaction video to his son Wolfgang Van Halen, because he has a band out right now called Mammoth. Where it's so incredible. He is doing his, he is like Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. He does everything all by himself in the studio, plays guitar, bass, drums, he sings, and he writes every song. He is just amazingly talented, but of course it should be no surprise considering his dad is Eddie Van Halen. But yeah, Dandon, are you a Van Halen fan at all by any chance? Oh, is he still there? I don't know if we lost him.
Hey man, sorry. Yeah, I'm still here. I was talking to my fiance.
Oh, okay. See, and it's so funny because I remember there was this one guy um, that kept. I don't even remember his name, and it's like, and I'm not trying to sound negative towards him, but I remember like this distinctly sticks out in my head. He kept saying, oh, women do not find video games attractive. And he just kept saying, how can you expect to ever get a girlfriend if you play video games? But it's like, I know couples in real life that game together that both get excited about video games. It's like you just have to find people that have the same similar interest. Like, cause it honestly felt like, because there were some other people before in like previous live streams that were telling me that be aware of gaslighting, and now I'm starting to become more aware of it. It's like that guy was trying to, I don't know, do something to warp my mind into thinking women don't like video games when of course they do, because I've seen there's so many people on that stream, so many women who stream video games. Like, I don't know what that guy was talking about. But then it was getting kind of weird when he was asking me if I was religious, and I said, yeah, I am, but I also don't believe in telling anybody what to talk about. I would say, shit, man, I'm losing my train of thought. I was going to, because he was asking me, are you religious and stuff? And I say, yeah, I believe in God, but, I also firmly believe do not tell anybody else what to believe in. And then he kept, trying to preach in the chat, and it's like, I'm glad there were other people saying, hey, respect the platform and all this stuff, but, yeah, anyway, long story short, Eddie Van Halen, my absolute number one. Van Halen is my favorite band, but I have to also mention that I also am getting into modern, or I have been into modern music since 2020. The first artist that I really enjoyed was Billie Eilish, because she was on Howard Stern one day, and I love Howard Stern. I don't have a SiriusXM subscription anymore, but okay, I need to keep letting the chat scroll.
Yeah, there's a lot coming in right now.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, oh yeah. So modern artists that I love, I love Billie Eilish. She blew me away because when I was I was listening to her on Howard Stern, not knowing that it was her. But then I remember thinking, oh wait, this girl is only 8 at the time. It's like, she's only 18 years old, because I was just driving and just listening. And it's like, wow, she's really smart. It's like, oh, her brothers are, he does the music with her. Oh, that's cool, seeing two siblings together, kind of like a old school throwback to Donnie and Marie Osmond. But then the very first song I ever heard from Billie Eilish was When the Party's Over, and that blew my mind, because, you're live on Howard Stern at 6 a.m. New York time, and you can sing that good, that I became a fan after that. And that's when the floodgates opened for me towards modern music, because I've learned everything. I had everything wrong that entire time, because I was such an ignorant classic rock snob all throughout high school. Yeah, it's because because at that time I was fully into playing guitar every single day, and all I cared about was and I convinced myself to believe that any music after the year 2000 sucks. But yeah, so then, and I would tell myself, well, if I listen to music after the year 2000, it's because an older artist or band I made a new album. But then I've learned all of that is a bunch of horseshit, and Billie Eilish was the catalyst to get me into newer music, and honestly, it got me into non-rock music. It got me to explore other stuff. And that's when I learned more about music production and how you don't have to have a guitar in a song to have a good song. And that's when I started to learn using, I don't know what they use, Pro Tools or Logic or whatever it is. Just because you're using Pro Tools and Logic does not mean
should not disqualify you immediately, because that was my old frame of thought. So that completely blew me away. And guys, so yeah, I love Billie Eilish. I love Phineas. And because I don't know if Phineas is if his solo music is as popular as Billie's, but guys, you owe it to yourself. Phineas has an album called Optimist. You have to listen to it, because if you love like the instruments, the arrangements in Billie Eilish's music, her brother Phineas is the guy doing all that. He's the guy programming everything. He plays all the instruments. He plays guitar. He plays bass. I don't know if he plays drums, but I do know he plays piano, and he produces Billie too. When he is doing his own music, it is very, very, very similar to Bill. It's very similar to like what I was mentioning earlier with Wolfgang Van Halen. He's doing everything all on his own. Seriously, the album Optimist by Phineas, I give it like 100 out of 10. That album is phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let me look.
Yeah, there's just a lot of respect there.
Yeah. See, it's so funny because I never would have thought in my wildest dreams, Taylor Swift pun, I never would have thought in my wildest dreams that I would be praising modern pop music. I never would have thought that. Like, my 13-year-old self, if he could hear me say this about a modern pop artist, I would be I would have wanted to kick my 13-year-old self would have wanted to kick 29-year-old Jaren's ass. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, because I was still wanting to play a game, but Jeff Flow says Taylor Swift is trash, though. I would have thought the same thing in 2007, 2008, but, I give everything, I give everything a chance, but, I respect your opinion. That's your opinion, but I am a huge mega fan of Taylor Swift. I became a huge mega fan of Taylor Swift after I watched her Netflix documentary. She had a Netflix documentary called Miss Americana, and that is what made me a Taylor Swift fan, because I was already listening to Billie Eilish and Lana Del Rey, but then my friend Keanu was telling me, hey, if you already like Billie and you already like Lana, you're going to love Taylor. It's already right up there in that wheelhouse. So then I watched the documentary, got to know what Taylor Swift, the person, was like, and not from who she was like as a person, and not what the media wanted me to think of her, just seeing her. And then I found out, okay, so she has a house in Nashville, I think it is, and it's not a gigantic mansion like most people would think it is. It's like, it's a big house, but it's not like anything you would expect from a giant music star. And then I saw the car she was driving. She just drives a fucking Toyota RAV4. Even though I know a lot of her lyrics, she sings a lot about Maseratis, but yeah, she just drives a Toyota RAV4, and that made me that really made me appreciate her and her music, because then after that I listened to folklore, and this is the number one thing that I regret, is I regret not listening to I regret not filming my very first reaction to listening to Taylor's music for the very first time, because the very first song I ever heard from her was, I didn't go through all the hits or any of that shit. I just went right to her newest album at the time. I listened to Evermore, and I fucking love that album. But I loved it because it was easier to approach from my, classic rock guitar background, because most of that album is just really all acoustic songs. I think the first song was Willow, and I love that song, and, I've been a fan ever since.
You got a lot of comments in here.
Oh, wow.
In your chat, there was one that said, what's you and Danon's favorite movie? What would be your top favorite movie? That's from James Fever.
Okay, so...
a little older of a comment.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, so... okay. A lot of shit going on. Okay, what was I... Okay, favorite movie. So I think I mentioned this before in the other live stream, but the other movies that I saw that really stood out to me, I saw Prisoners, which I fucking loved because believe it or not, that's the very first non-Wolverine Hugh Jackman thing I ever saw with Hugh Jackman in it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen that movie, Prisoners?
No, I don't think I have personally.
It's
but
on
I mean, I could
Netflix.
probably look it up.
It's from the same guy who directed the newest Dune movie, and he also directed Blade Runner 2049, and he also directed what the hell is that movie called? Arrival, which with Amy Adams, which I have not seen that one yet, but I really enjoyed Prisoners. Like, that shit blew me away because the only other movie I saw from that director, Denis Villeneuve, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. The only other movie I saw was Blade Runner 2049, and I liked it. I was impressed with it. I enjoyed it, but then I went back, and then I finally understood why Denis Villeneuve is called like one of the best directors in Hollywood, like at the same level of people like Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino. Let's see. I don't know if the browser, I don't know if the... hang on. I'm going to share my screen with you, Dandon, because a lot of these comments that you're telling me, I'm not seeing them on my OBS, doc thing.
Okay, yeah. That was like an older comment when we were still figuring out your microphone. It came in a little after. So that's why I was saying that it was there.
Is it like syncing up with all the newer messages right now?
Yeah, it is. If you scroll up a little bit around where I said I'd hop in the call for you.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize. Wow, there's a lot of shit in here.
Yeah, there was a couple questions in there that while you were talking about like Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish, those were coming in. So that's why I kind of backtracked. So that way,
I see it. Also, okay, so it says, hot take, David Lee Roth is the reason Van Halen is what it is. I mean, I can understand that, because with Van Halen, and it's so funny, I sound like I was fucking there in the 70s, even though I wasn't, but I've been such a hardcore, I guess hardcore might be the wrong thing, because I don't know every single detail, but I know enough where I'm comfortable to say I'm a huge Van Halen fan. But I feel like just having those four the way they were is what makes it what it is. Kind of like, just like a basketball team, like, Michael Jordan, as amazing as he is, and yes, he is my favorite basketball player of all time and all the nostalgia. Of course, basketball is a team, and the whole team was great on the Bulls in those years when they were winning championships in the 90s. Similar thing with the Warriors, with, Steph and Clay and Draymond. The whole team around them was great, just like with the Cavs when it was LeBron and Kyrie, J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson. See, I'm jogging through my memory, but... Yeah. But I absolutely agree. David Lee Roth was, he was 1/4 of that band in that time in the 70s because they were so far ahead of their time. It was like they set the blueprint for all of those rock bands from the 80s, from like what Motley Crue was doing to, Poison and Metallica and Guns N' Roses. Like, Van Halen is I look at Van Halen as the beginning of that new era of the super fast shredding guitar player, which is still the level that I aspire to be at, but then I'm starting to learn, okay, you don't necessarily have to be that great. You don't have to be this super amazing 1 million miles per hour shredder. And that's what I'm also learning too now because I don't have access to a guitar. That's a challenge, because the only instrument I've got access to right now is a ukulele, so I can just play with that. But okay, Zach Creator 14 says, have you listened to Greta Van Fleet? Yes, I have. I like Greta Van Fleet, but I'm just not up to date with them. I believe they have a new album out, but I heard one thing about because I know everyone loves to make fun of Greta Van Fleet, saying, they're Led Zeppelin Jr., but honestly, they kind of remind me of how I would have felt in some weird alternate universe if I was able to play guitar and be in a successful band. That path that Greta Van Fleet is on, where their music is very, yes, you can call them a Led Zeppelin copycat, but fuck, if people say, hey, you sound like Led Zeppelin, this, I don't know if I'm going to be like Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp or Skip Bayless with a hot take or something, and some people might fucking hate me for saying this, but if people are saying, hey, you remind me of Led Zeppelin, wouldn't that be like the greatest fucking compliment in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put in your chat, just give you a second to get to the questions that everybody's asking.
Mm-hmm.
Since we had to back up and you were answering a couple extras.
Right,
right. Because there's more questions in there. I just want to make sure that they know.
It's so funny because I'm still in that, or I guess I'm learning to adapt out of that frame of mind where I kept saying, oh, nobody watches me. Well, holy shit, there's people watching me now. So now I'm having to get used to like answering everything in the chat.
Yeah. So I just put it in there, like, just give him a sec. He'll definitely answer any questions you guys have.
Right. Okay.
You're just playing catch up right now, going through the
Yeah. Man, I'm wondering how all the guys with like millions of followers, how the hell they go through this.
Yeah, I think they just see like one or two that might pop out and
right. So let's see. Oh, okay. So it's funny. We have a guy with a 1-letter difference of mine, and Aaron is saying, "Did you do an update to you not getting a girlfriend video?" No, I mean I don't really. I mean, maybe I could make a video talking about how my mindset is now in terms of dating and all that stuff, but no, I do not have a girlfriend still, but it's just because my life is not currently set up in order to have a successful relationship, because right now I don't have a car anymore because my engine died and it's at the dealership, and I looked at that as a lucky sign to never deal with them again, because they were making me pay $500 every 2 weeks for a 2014 Chevy Cruze. And so I'm dealing with that, and so I just don't have transportation, and of course, if I'm a man trying to date a woman, she's not going to want, unless you live in New York City, she's not going to want to be with you if you don't have your own reliable source of transportation, so I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just focusing on what am I passionate about. It's YouTube, it's music, it's video games, it's basketball, it's all of this stuff. Because what I've learned, because lots of other people, even before, when I still used to be able to, drive for Uber, because now that I don't have that car anymore, don't have a car. Shit. What was I talking about? Not having a car. Oh, yeah. Because now that... Shit. Okay, I know I was talking about not having a car, how that relates.
You're talking about where you were, like, he asked if you had an update on, like, the girlfriend thing, and you're talking kind of about, like, what you're going through now with your car and your dealership,
right.
The dealership has it.
Yes, okay, that's right, I remember now. So, I would even ask for dating advice from, like, other Uber passengers, and they would tell me, you're asking the wrong thing. They said, you shouldn't even be thinking about dating or women or anything like that. They said, because like a lot of the passengers I would talk about this stuff with, and thank goodness that these passengers were nice and willing to talk about this stuff with me when I was driving them, but they would tell me, just concentrate on yourself, do what you love doing, and you will meet the right girl for you along the way. Do you agree with that statement, Dandon? Does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I don't think you should stress out about, like, dating, and I never did. And I don't think anybody should, because if you put that stress in your life where you're, like, constantly thinking about it, it's just going to tear you down,
Yes.
So if you just kind of, like how they said to you, and, good advice, just do what you love, have fun doing what you want to do, and then you will meet somebody and you will be able to have that relationship. But if you're like constantly looking forward and searching, it's just going to bring down your mood and bring down your motivation to do other things, because it's going to start putting your head in a bad mindset.
Yes.
You don't need that in
Right,
your
I
life,
agree.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely with everything you're saying. Because I even remember too, even before, when my mom was still okay, she would tell me, don't. She would say, "Love will come for you when you're not looking for it." And
Oh yeah.
I never understood what that meant until it started to resonate with me more and more. Just focus on yourself, on your passions, what you love doing first, and then it'll come. Because that's what I've learned when everybody just has energy readings. I don't want to start, talking about controversial stuff or anything, but once I started to learn about meditation, that's when I started to learn about energy, and there's an energy field around people. Because when I would hear the phrase, "Oh, someone has a magnetic personality," what I learned from that is everyone has a. Because what I've learned is it's because that energy is influencing you and is making you like a person. So it's like if you're feeling good and other people around you can sense you're feeling good, you're in a good mood, you have good energy, that elevates everybody's mood together. And does that make any sense at all?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's all about, the vibes that you get, and if you're putting, like obviously with your stream and stuff, you're putting that out to the world.
Right,
You're gonna find people that are like, that do the same kind of
right,
stuff, and that's really where you're gonna not only build an audience, but obviously we kind of became friends through streaming too, and so
right,
that's kind of like where you're at in your life, where
right,
you just need to focus on what makes you happy,
right,
and at some point down the road you'll meet somebody and you'll probably share the same interests compared to
right,
trying to search for somebody, if
right.
that makes sense.
Okay, so I gotta use the bathroom, but would you be willing to just tell everyone in the chat I'm gonna use the bathroom, and you can also answer some of the questions?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Okay,
kind of
sure.
run through them, and if there's any that you did miss, I'll remind you about them. I'll kind of run
Okay,
through.
sure.
All right, so let's see here. So somebody was talking about the Blade Runner movie, the original. It's old but good. I definitely agree with that. We could definitely see where Jaron thinks about it. Aaron, you're asking if he goes to gentlemen's clubs and gets dances. He doesn't do stuff like that. He's not that kind of guy. He's not going out like that. He does go and do karaoke at like different little bars and stuff. He really enjoys doing that. Uh, Styled Sloth said, "Hey, found your channel last week. How's it going? How's it going? He's doing really good. He's hanging out. He's doing what he loves more of. Um, let's see. Prisoners is good. It's your favorite second movie from James. Yeah, he was going kind of in detail about that. He was having a good time with it. James also said something about Taylor Swift, how she flies around in private jets, and that's contributing to climate change. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, what do you even do in that situation? What kind of music do I like from Lime? I'm big into like hip hop, rap. So some of my favorite artists, Juice World, Polo G. Some of the old guys. I like Tupac. I like some of NWA's old music. A lot of that. Uh, Eminem. I know that's very. Those are all very like basic, but no, they're good. There's a reason why they're so basic and why everybody knows them. There's a couple other people I like to listen to beyond that, obviously, but those are the people that come to mind. Does he drink any alcohol when he's at the karaoke bar? Not that I've seen, Aaron. I don't believe he does. Thoughts on Doja Cat? I just think the way that she treats her fans, Green Goblin, is really fucked up. She's been doing a lot of dumb shit, and she's been saying a lot of stuff that kind of goes against like her even liking her fans. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, she said if you can get me at the top one of whatever, she would show herself, and then she did that thing recently where she was like, "Oh, my last album was a cash grab." That was kind of BS, I think, on Doja's part. Dan, are you from Chicago? No, I'm not. Where's the streamer? You mean Jaron? He ran to the bathroom. I don't know if Okay, yeah. So he put it on the thing. He ran to the bathroom real quick. He'll be right back. While going up and singing without any alcohol is courageous. Yeah, he's definitely he's very open. He's very brave on kind of putting himself out there and just enjoying himself. And so, like, that's something that he loves to do, and he's able to get up there and actually do it, which I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to without alcohol, like you said, Aaron. So he's very brave in those aspects, and that's what is so great about Jaron. Is I don't think he sees that in himself, but he's very open and very kind. Let's see if we missed anything else. Did he study at university? Because I just started last week. I'm wondering if he has tips. That's definitely something that I will re-ask him for you, Styled Sloth. I'll definitely check in with him when he gets back. I'll also check in with him, James, or not James. I'm sorry, Machilla 7. Asking about the original Blade Runner movie. It's always nice to see people being genuine about themselves. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's an open book. He'll sit here on stream and he'll just talk about whatever. He does not have any ounce of fear in him when it comes to that. He is so open, and he's one of the kindest dudes I've met. How did we meet? I did see his video that the 27-year-old girlfriend never had a girlfriend vid. I saw that. That was my first video I saw of him, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, maybe 3 now. And one time I just hopped in his stream like we all did. And he was having some trouble with his Streamlabs. So I said, hey, man, hop in a Discord call and I'll try to help you out the best I can. So we sat there for a couple hours and just talked. I tried to help him to the best of my ability. Unfortunately, his laptop just wouldn't run Streamlabs correctly, so we had to go back to OBS. But we just formed a friendship out of that. We talked for a few hours, and he's very genuine. And yeah, he is very confident. How long has he been playing guitar? He's been playing it for years now. I don't know how long he actually has. This is weird because my name's Aaron, so the confusion is real. Yeah, so you got Styled Sloth as Aaron, you got Aaron's name, Aaron, and then MrGamingGuitarist. His name's Jaron with a J. So, and he said he spells it just exactly like Aaron. So just with a J in front of the first A. So yeah, you got a lot going on in this chat when it comes to that. Okay, so what am I going to ask him about? I got 3 things. I got the whole how long he's been playing guitar, the original Blade Runner movie, and then there's one more thing, and I didn't see. Should have 3. I was so confused and saw your username. Yeah, you got 3 of the mofos up in here. Do I have a girlfriend? I am engaged. Yes, I have a fiance. She's great. And like how he was talking about not looking out for it, that wasn't something I was doing. Personally, I was kind of just doing my own thing, and she came along the way, and it worked. And I think he's a lot happier now since he doesn't focus on that much. That's really what he needs, because he does have some stuff going on. Obviously he talks about it a lot. So I had asked if he studied at university. Yeah, okay. So, Jaron, I think you're back?
Yes, I am back.
All right, so we have 3 questions from chat that only you can answer.
All right.
The first one, I'll just tell you all 3. The first one is, have you seen the original Blade Runner movie and how do you like it? The second is, did you go to college? Because Styled Sloth has questions because he's lost. He just started. And then the third one was how long you've been playing guitar.
Okay. So, yes, I have seen the original Blade Runner movie, and I love it. It's funny. The first time I ever watched the movie, I think this was in Christmas in 2016. May have been. I remember I just had a VHS to DVD converter. I have like one of the very last ones, and it's kind of surreal because it's a you can watch VHS tapes, and it's using an HDMI cable, which I think is pretty fascinating. But I like it a lot. I love it. It's everything, all the praise that the original Blade Runner gets. I understood it when I saw it. So the first time I ever watched it was on VHS, but then because I just love the novelty of a VHS. But then of course I saw it for real on Blu-ray, and yeah, it's great. I love it. And it's kind of sad about Harrison Ford. Like, I don't know if he said he is retiring completely from acting after this last Indiana Jones movie, but if that is the way he's going out with that last Indiana Jones movie with barely anybody watching it, I think it kind of sucks that if that truly is his last movie, it kind of sucks that that's his last the last time he gets his box office performance is bad on that. But I know box office is not everything. But anyway, so that's that. I love Blade Runner. But I do think it's very funny though, because after I watched a lot of interviews with Ridley Scott, and do you want to know who the biggest Ridley Scott fan is?
Who's that?
Himself. Because I would listen to WTF with Mark Maron, one of my favorite podcasts, and he would say, and I remember he would ask Mark Maron, "Did you see this one old movie I made? It's a fantastic picture." So the other question, I believe, was how long I've been playing guitar.
Yeah, that was the second question. Was
okay.
How long have you been playing guitar for?
Yeah, so I've been playing guitar since I was 13. So, and it's crazy because I'm realizing I've been playing guitar half my life, which just sounds insane, but also not insane because I don't know what the hell I would do if I couldn't play guitar anymore. It's a scary thing I do not want to think about. But
the third one was about, like, did you go to college and do you have any tips? Because Styled Sloth in here, he said he was lost and he was just starting out.
Yeah, so I went to the Art Institute of Houston for 8 months, and then I chose to drop out because it felt like a giant ripoff, because the teachers that I had, they just didn't care if you wanted to ask them a bunch of questions. They just didn't seem to care any less. And then I saw it was $80,000 for tuition, which I don't know what that's like adjusted for inflation, but that was in 2013. But then I came to this other realization that, because, my mom was having a hard time, dealing with all that stuff, and then I just said, you know what, fuck this shit. I remember waking my mom up at like 4 a.m. and being like terrified to tell her I don't want to go do this college thing anymore at that time. And I was so shocked at how supportive she was, and she said, "Yes, Jaron, if you don't want to do it, then don't go anymore." So I did. So the very next morning was one of the greatest feelings I ever had.
That's awesome. So besides that, like, we're pretty caught up except for the new questions coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You could stop streaming to Discord if you'd like. That'll probably
I just noticed that.
Save your laptop some. I wasn't even on it. I'm just in your chat on my phone now, so. Because I called you on my phone. I'm in my room right now.
Oh, I see.
I had a long day at the gym, so I'm laying down. I'm not even in my office right now.
I see. Okay, so let's see. I think I should try playing the game for now. I think. Let me see if I'm going to play anything. What would I be doing?
Styled Sloth, he asked if you ever played one of those laptop-looking thingies that just plays DVDs. It isn't a laptop, but it was a DVD player shaped like one. Oh yeah, the portable.
Oh, I remember those.
DVD player.
I used to do those. I used to have those. Oh man, that brings back a lot of nostalgia. I remember that's in the car. I remember that's how I watched the Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies with Pierce Brosnan. I would rent that with Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And then I also used to watch. I remember that's how I watched the first Halloween movie. That's how I watched the original Scream movie, and that's how I remember also watching. I think I remember watching Saw 3 on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Party on the Moon said, "Hey, are you ever going to play the new Mortal Kombat game? And have you seen anything on it?"
Yeah, I want to play the new Mortal Kombat game. Mortal Kombat is, or I guess we could say NetherRealm Studios in general. That's the only fighting franchise thing that I really got into. Not to say I'm good at fighting games. I don't want anyone to think that at all by any means. But I distinctly remember signing up for the Injustice 2 beta and being so happy that I got it running. And I think that was the very first time I ever tried live streaming, was doing that. Was playing that. I think that's still up on my YouTube channel. But I remember Supergirl is my main character for that. But for Mortal Kombat, I think... who would I play as a lot in Mortal Kombat? I mean, I think I was just playing a lot as Sonya Blade in those games. Like, I would go back and forth between Sonya, and then I would also play as... I think I would also play as... oh, shit. What the hell was his name? I forget. Okay, in Mortal Kombat, or... I don't know. There was a blind guy with a sword. I forget what his name is, but I remember playing as him a lot too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like Daredevil, if he was more violent.
Somebody asked how your life's been recently. Somebody just asked that. Somebody asked it earlier when you're in the bathroom. I kind of explained where you're at in life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do it to the best from what you've said. The last couple streams, but if you want to just update them, by your own word, that way I'm not speaking for you.
Right.
Luna just asked.
Because pretty much right now, I'm just waiting to save up enough money to get a down payment on a new car. That's where I'm at, and that's kind of why right now all I'm doing is staying at home. That's how I have the time to be able to live stream. That's pretty much what I'm waiting on, is trying to save $3,000 so I can put a down payment on a car and hopefully go to a dealership that will actually respect me instead of making me pay $500 every 2 weeks for a bottom of the barrel 2014 Chevy Cruze. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. But I'm just grateful because, people say when life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. Well, the lemons of not being able to drive a car or drive for Uber turned into the lemonade of me being able to live stream and finding out I actually have a lot of people watching. So that is a huge thing I'm grateful for. Because one thing that I learned from Steve Harvey, and yes, Steve Harvey is hilarious, but he's also good at motivational speaking. He said, it is impossible to be depressed and grateful at the same time. And then there's lots of times where I am stubborn and I'm depressed and I'm filled with an anxiety and I forget that. But I just have to remember, I'm grateful that I have a place to live. I'm grateful, that my aunt can go to her job. I'm grateful that I have YouTube Premium so that when I watch on my TV, I don't have to sit through those fucking commercials. So once I start
I was just talking about with my fiance. I was like, I need to get YouTube Premium because I'm sore from the gym, and I was looking for the remote because I'm in bed already.
Yeah.
And hold on, where's the remote? I got to make sure it's next to me so I don't have to get up. Because my thighs are shot right now, and so are my arms. Because I see a personal trainer. He's been putting me through the ringer all week. And so I'm like, where's the remote? And she's like, oh, we got to get you YouTube Premium. And I was like, oh, I need that for sure.
I see.
Um,
So
yeah,
I'm
what
sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what I basically said when people are asking how your life is, I said, he's more motivated now to stream and do what he loves. He's getting into like a good place. I don't think I mentioned that you are doing like you're meditating now, but that's
Yep.
definitely something that's great for you. And you're
Yeah.
just trying to focus on yourself and what you're happy with, and that's
Right.
pretty much what I said.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if you drink alcohol when you go out and do karaoke. I said I don't think you do.
Yeah, I
Um,
do. So that's the thing is,
oh, you do?
I talk to
I just
Pete.
said
Yeah,
no,
because I
no.
talk to, and it's not like I don't require alcohol in order to sing on stage. But maybe this is part of the anxiety in me. But I just hate saying no if anybody offers me a drink. So like there would be, I would
Okay.
like meet a table. They would offer, hey, let's do a shot. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, okay. And then I'll do one. But I'm not a person that drinks constantly all the time. But if I ever do like drink alcohol, it's really just to have it, with a meal, pretty
Yeah,
much.
because they were asking like, how do you have the confidence to go up and sing in
Oh,
front of people
it's so. See, it's so funny.
without alcohol?
It's so funny because people ask me, "How do you have the confidence?" I just do it, and it's so
I told him
funny.
that. I said he does it. He's very open, and that's something that he likes to do, and he
Right.
doesn't care like
And I guess
about
that's
going
why,
up in front of people.
yeah, and I guess that's what I want to be doing anyway, because I want to be in a band. I want to be the guitar player or the singer or both, that's who I want to be. So
Yeah.
for me to just do it, it's no problem for me. It's so funny, whereas the things that kind of do matter, like working retail or like entry level shitty jobs that I would hate, I hate doing that shit. I have no motivation to do any of that bullshit. So that's why it's like everyone says, oh, what? You just go sign an application, do the interview, and go do it. But every time because my only other jobs before Uber was I would just work at Chick-fil-A or I would work at Kroger, and I fucking hated every single goddamn second of it. Like, I wanted to fucking, like I was feeling, honestly, when I was working at Kroger, pushing shopping carts, making less than $150 per week, the only reason why the only thing that helped me not feel depressed was Red Dead Redemption 2 was brand new at the time, and knowing I would go home and play that is the one thing that kept me, from feeling too depressed.
Yeah. I do have to go because I gotta get to bed. I gotta be up
sure.
early for work.
Sure.
But there are a couple extra questions in chat, like what's
Yeah.
your favorite game, and stuff like that. Have you tried martial arts? So I just figured I'd update you real quick, even though I'm sure you see them. But good night, Chad and Jaron. I will talk to you later, man. I'll try
Yeah.
to hop on the stream.
Sure.
If you're gonna stream tomorrow night,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
gonna
we can hop
stream
on
tomorrow.
Discord. We could chat.
Yep. So I'm trying. So I got one other question to ask you. So I had NBA 2K22 on Steam, but I'm wondering if I should spend my hard drive resources on upgrading it or on installing it again or not, because I think on my drives right now I have let's see, this PC. Yep. So I have 191 gigabytes available on my C drive and 105 gigabytes right now, and NBA 2K22 is 118 gigabytes. So, do you know if I install that, would it mess anything up on the hard drive if I only have like 40 or 50 gigabytes of space left?
Yeah, well, they probably just want it installed if you try to go over it.
Okay.
So what you could do is you could transfer some stuff from your hard drive to your disk,
I see.
and then when you transfer that to the disk and take up those 50 gigabytes, it'll open up more on the hard drive.
Oh, I see. Because
If anything, if you have something that's like small that you can just delete and re-download for the time being, like that takes maybe like a little bit, then just delete it and then download the 2K.
Yeah, I think so. Hang on, let me see.
But yeah, if you have the space, it's not going to mess anything up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you download it. It shouldn't mess up anything on your laptop. But if you are missing out on the gigs, like I said, if you can delete something that's, not that big and not that
Right.
important to you that you can re-download at a different time, that's
Okay.
what you could do while
Sure.
you're looking for space. And
Or I
then,
think I just might just fire up Dolphin and just play some old stuff for the time being. All right, but hey, it was good to. But hey, it was good to talk to you again, Dandon.
yeah, not a problem. It was good talking to you too. Of course, I enjoy sitting here just talking. Obviously your streams, hanging out with you too. Like I said, it shouldn't mess anything up though. You can do it either way that you
Sure.
see fit. If you are on tomorrow, I'll drop a hi in the chat, and then
Sure.
I don't know if you get the Discord notifications, but I did text you the other night. So that's the best place to reach me as of
Okay.
now.
Sure.
So if you do need anything else before I talk to you again, you can definitely send me a message on there. I'll be happy to help you.
All right. Sure. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for hanging out on the stream with me.
Yes, sir. No problem. Enjoy hanging out. Like I said, I'll try to catch you tomorrow. Goodbye, chat. Good night. I hope you guys have a great night.
All right. I'll see you. All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye. All right. So yeah, guys, that was Dandon. So. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, because I think for now, just because I was not expecting to just be chatting for this long, I thought I was just gonna immediately fire up a game. But I think I just want to keep it simple, and I'll just play a regular game or a older game. Let me see. Actually, because it is 9:30, it is night, kind of a good enough atmosphere for it. And the sequel is coming out. You know what? Yeah, I think, do I want to do that? Do I want to? Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll do that. Okay. Okay. Styled Sloth says, wait, what time will you be streaming tomorrow? You have class in the afternoon. Well, it's funny, because normally before when I did my first stream, it was around 12 or 1 p.m. or something like that. But, I don't have a set schedule, but maybe I should be doing that. Styled Sloth says, interesting, you're an hour behind me. Ah, okay. So, because I live in Central time zone. But anyway, let me try, God, it is getting fucking hot because I guess it's because I live in a mobile home and the door's closed, and for whatever reason, the air conditioning has not turned on, which I don't know why. I'm just going to check on that really quickly. Let me check on the thermostat. Yeah, I have to leave this open because it's getting too warm. Ah, fuck. I want to plug in a fan, but wait, do I? Hang on, guys. Really, I gotta check where an extra outlet is. I thought, is it? Oh, you know what? Yeah, fuck I'll just use this for now. Alright, because I'm burning, I need to use I'm going to plug the fan that I have in here. Hopefully if it will fucking reach. Oh shit, biscuit. Oh fuck. It's okay, I guess I have to. Oh god, this is good. Okay. See, it's like this is so small and so crowded, I don't have a ton of room to move around. Let me just reach around. There we go. So I have to have that fan on. Cause shit, I'm sweating more than an NBA player in the fourth quarter. It's a gold aardvark. So yeah, I know you're gonna be hearing a fan, but I'm dying from heat. Oh, it's so okay. That is so hilarious. Just as soon as I turn this fan on, the AC actually turns on. So okay then. Gold Aardvark says, what kind of kid were you in school? So I was a guy that, it's funny because I felt like I had way more of a person, like the way I'm speaking right now, this is what I was like in school, but I wasn't popular, of course, but, there were people that I talked to, but like I didn't really hang out with anybody after school, because the only friends I really had was Keanu, because him and me, we grew up around the corner from each other in the same neighborhood. We became best friends, and he was really the only guy that I talked to outside of school, and then I moved to a different school district, and so it was different. Alright. One of the best recommendations I can give to make friends and keep friends is to stop giving off a depressed aura, because people can sense it. Well, that's the thing is, when I'm feeling depressed, I'm not gonna fucking hide when I'm depressed, and you might disagree with that, and it's okay to disagree with that, but, it's a thing I'm still working on, but, being on here definitely helps elevate my mood. And when I'm outside talking to other people, I don't act depressed or anything. Because it's so weird, because whenever I start sounding depressed when I make those videos, like, I'm just gonna start opening up something here because I've been mentioning it for so long. I need to actually start doing it. So let's see here. Yes, thanks, Standon. Yep, says he's just open about his emotions, and I value that more in a friend than someone who hides their feelings. He just needs feeling he can surround himself with that. Oh, hang on. That will lift him up when he feels that way. Yes, that's kind of perfectly sums up how I feel. Okay. Let me go to emulators, go to the PS, go to emulators. here. Gonna go to System. ISO Selector. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we will try it out. So I have an NBA game that I've never really played a lot. We're gonna try it out. This is NBA Shootout 2004. And I'm gonna move it over here.
989 Sports.
Oh, 989 Sports. Man, I haven't heard of that company. And yeah, exactly. I haven't heard that sound in so long.
Yeah, we back. The originators of that b-ball track. Africa Bambaataa, Stephen Boogie Brown. Yeah, we rolling with Sony PlayStation 2 and 989 Sports. My name is Agnes Sports, and this is Rated E for everyone, so follow me. You can play by yourself. You can make your own dumps up. I ain't lying. Once you start playing, never get tired. Pick your favorite player, that's retired. NBA shootout, you got to fly it.
Alongside Bill Walton, I'm
Testing,
Ian Eagle,
testing,
welcoming you
testing,
to San Antonio,
testing.
Texas. Tonight,
Okay, I
the
think
San
that's
Antonio
working.
Spurs face the New Jersey Nets. What does San Antonio have to do here, Bill?
The Spurs are a team
Testing.
that plays with more confidence if they have early success.
I
That
turned
usually
on-
determines if they have a chance
Okay.
in the fourth
It's
quarter
so weird.
or not.
OBS
With all
Studio
due
is
respect,
odd.
I think we've talked about
Okay,
this
so I am
game
the
enough.
Spurs. We are
Let's
playing
play
against
ball.
the Nets. Man, I forgot how good the Nets were, or the New Jersey Nets at that time. Oh god, I hope the audio on the emulator doesn't fuck it up.
New Jersey controls it. Martin,
Oh,
he passes it. Kidd lets it fly. Misfires on the jump shot. Morning hits it.
Now that's bad.
turn down game volume. Okay. Alright, I turned down the game volume.
Basketball.
Parker shoots it. Shot falls.
Excellent job converting the opportunity there, Ian.
Kidd. He launches it. Nesterovic snags the defensive board.
Brilliant job in anticipating where the ball
Oh,
would come
shit.
Morning goes strong to the defensive
Oh man, the
board.
audio sounds so weird on here.
Martin. Jumper.
Oh, that was a block. That was good.
Morning puts it up.
Shit,
Martin
okay.
Nails it.
They've got to give him help on that. He'll make that shot all day long.
Ginobili. The fall away. It's good. Martin.
Alright.
He gives it up. Kidd takes the shot. Misses the jumper.
Tim Duncan.
Nesterovic takes the board. Duncan shoots off target. Morning rebounds the miss.
Some guys simply have a knack
Oh,
for anticipating
hang on.
where the rebound will drop.
Okay.
Nice job.
Martin nails it.
Oh, I see. Yep, Dandon. Yep, thanks. Yep, that helps. Okay, oh shit, I'm about to get a 5-second violation. Pass the ball. Okay, I can't play that game. It's way too fucking... I don't know if you guys were hearing it, but the announcers were sounding very slowed down and it was distracting, so I'm just... Yeah, so that game does not work very well. So, that's okay, because we've got other stuff that we can try out over here. Okay, hang on, let me see. The UC Edits is saying, how was your day? My day was pretty well. I got to go to the grocery store. Finally got some stuff in there. Finally got some food for the house, which is great. Oh, shit. Okay, I get to try out a new game. So, let's see. See if this works. I'm gonna hit play. Because I feel like nighttime is the right time to play this game. I don't want to say what it is. Maybe some people watching already know. But let's try it. Well, I'll try it out for the first little bit of it. But it's a good game that I've heard so many great things about. And the sequel is coming in October. But I'm going to have to move some settings around because I got to run it in windowed mode so I can move it over to my second monitor. It says running install script for Microsoft DirectX. Please let it work. I really hope it works. It's taking its time, but it looks like it could be running. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh boy, I don't know if it's gonna work. It says launching, but it does not want to launch. Come on. Oh, okay. I think. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now I'm going to drag it over here. And what the fuck? It's not. Oh, come on. Please tell me I can stretch it. Okay, so I am trying to play Alan Wake because the trailer for Alan Wake 2 looks really good. But how the hell do you... Okay, wait. Options. This is so fucking weird because it's on 1920 by 1080. Okay, I guess I just need to... I put it on full screen here. Try holding Alt and press Enter. Alt. Oh, okay, now. Well, shit. Or fuck it. Yes, I'm just gonna have to. Oh god damn it, it only full screens it to my laptop monitor. Shit. And that's so weird. How okay, how do I make it so that it shows up on my second monitor? Advance. Okay. Yes, I launched the game from my laptop, but, you know, I've got this second monitor here. And I'm just trying to see, because I would have thought that there would be a thing here to make it full screen. Or not full screen, but like maximize it, but it's not really doing it. Because I would have thought if it was in 1920 by 1080, then it would fill up the screen in windowed mode, but when I move it onto full screen, or when I move it back to full screen, it only puts it in full screen on my laptop screen when I want it to go to this monitor. Yeah, PC gaming is weird. I mean, I could play it this way. It's not too big of a deal for me. Look through advanced options. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah, it's it could be a thing in Steam. Change the default monitor. Games. Options. Properties. Yeah, it's not. That's fine. Visible says you've seen like an awesome guy and I'd be friends with you in real life. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's like, long as I mean, I can see the game here. So, go back here, and I Yeah. Alright. Fuck it. I just want to get things started. Oh, this is Alan Wake.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery.
I remember this is like an exclusive Xbox 360 title back when Microsoft owned Remedy.
I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Oh shit, he ran someone over.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Yeah, because I have to remember, this game is from 2010.
I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
Secret BioShock game, he's going to a lighthouse. Oh man, I would love for BioShock to come back, but I know Ken Levine, the creator of BioShock, he has a new game coming called Judas.
I could hardly stay on my feet.
I think the trailer for it was at... Yep. Look. Oh wow, this is back... Oh wow, I keep forgetting how long ago 2010 was, but yeah, they are making me... This kind of reminds me of the first Halo. Wait. Alright, let's keep walking.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Oh, okay. An underground city against an overgrown city. That could be cool if it's true. But it's also interesting because this will be the first one, like BioShock 2, when the original creator was not...
You think you're God? You think you can just make up...
Oh boy. Oh fuck.
Play with people's lives?
Oh. Left bump. Oh, it's weird. Left bumper is run. I'm always used to pushing in the left thumbstick to run. A to jump. Jump! Okay. Oh shit, he's tired.
Missed your deadline.
Damn.
Alright. Left bumper plus left stick. Ah, fuck! Oh man. Oh, okay, that's how it works.
You can't stop me.
Couldn't finish Infinite. It's interesting because I never finished 2 but loved Infinite. I was so hyped for it.
From the story I'd been working on.
Yeah, but you could absolutely tell these were from the same guys that made Max Payne. Just, there's something about the vibe. Just, you could sense it. Yeah, I am playing Alan Wake because I know Alan Wake 2 is coming out. It's funny because I've had this in my Steam library for years, but I just never got around to playing it. Oh, interesting. Max Payne 2 on the PS2 was your first ever M-rated game. Oh, shit. Alright, who's this guy? Yeah, I don't know how to figure this stuff out with the making it full screen on my monitor. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay, here we go. I remember, you know, seeing footage of this game in 2010, and I remember being so blown away by the graphics. Like, it doesn't look horrible. Your thoughts on the sequel? Well, I want to play the sequel, because I am a Remedy fan, because I love Max Payne, and I liked Control. But I also never finished Control either. But, you could tell that now that they were owned by Microsoft, or this being their first release after being owned by Microsoft, you could tell that Microsoft really gave them the freedom to make whatever they wanted after Max Payne 2. Get to the lighthouse. Okay, how do I get to the lighthouse? Oh, shit. Alright, how do we get out of this fucking cabin? Oh! Okay, I'm dying. Oh, there we go.
Follow the light.
Come on.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Yeah, see, that, well, yeah, Teddy, that's the thing, is I love... Single-player games are really the only thing I really play. I just don't like dealing with the hassle of online multiplayer. Oh, that's right, I remember seeing this before. Because I would watch playthroughs of this years ago, but never finished it.
It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
Because honestly, I wasn't even expecting to play this. And now it's kind of getting a bit later, so I think I'm just going to go through this first tutorial part and then I'll end it.
When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence.
Oh fuck.
You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
That's interesting.
There, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
But the one thing that I am really excited for is Remedy is remaking. I don't know if it was like Max Payne 1 and 2 or just the first Max Payne, but I heard that they are fully remaking it, and I'm very excited for that. Because I just wanted to try this game out, because I'll probably end it here. Like after.
This is it, witch.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Where's the lighthouse?
Just like
Yeah, I think I can't fight all these guys. Fuck me. Yep. Keep running. Keep running. Keep! Motherfucker, run. Run. Oh. Oh, 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 oh.
can keep this up forever.
Alright. Oh! Keep on running. Keep on running. Yeah, you can tell he is a rider. He has, like, those leather, like, elbow pads on the jacket. I would imagine people smarter than me wear jackets like that. Here we go. Like, I remember watching this years ago, but don't remember much from it. I find it interesting how in Alan Wake 2 he has long hair and a beard, and I'm wondering what's going on with him.
He's here. Alan, wake up. Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Melly G is saying, do you have a gaming chat / public? Hang on, I think there might be. Okay, I gotta just stop it right here. Yeah, because I think there was something going on. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot this is not an emulator. I just got to hit the quit button. So yeah, I hope that once I restart the game, the next time I decide to play this again, it'll start from here. You have to remember, you have to do it like this. Okay. This audio output capture. Check on. Oh fuck! It was doing it twice. This is even here. Desktop audio thing. Alright, so now we should have only desktop audio. Okay. Alright. Put this back. Okay. Over here. Alright. So, yeah, at least that's Alan Wake. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. for me right now. I think I'm just gonna end. I will be streaming again tomorrow. So, just, I'll probably do it in the afternoon. Around maybe, don't want to promise anything, maybe 1 p.m. Central. Something like that.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.